every person's life where they experience an event or a moment that causes them to lose their innocence. Most of the time this happens during the ages of adolescence. Whether this be from the loss of a loved one or a traumatic event, everybody has different ways of dealing with it. In Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, which was written by Jonathan Safran Foer, the main character is a 9-year-old named Oscar. Oscar loses his dad during 9/11, and he is just very fearful of the world, and once he loses his father, those fears are just eliminated. One day when he was wandering around the house, he finds a key that in his father's vase in his closet that is labeled black. This leads him onto a quest around New York City to find out why his father left this key for him. And he wishes and he hopes that if he finds out what this means, it'll show him more about his father. Bone was written by Faye Mayan, and it details the life of a Chinese family in San Francisco. It's the main character is a daughter whose name is Layla, and it begins with the sudden death of her sister. While trying to deal with the death, Layla ponders on the past of her family, and during that time it reveals many secrets that the Long family has and many tribulations that they have had to go through. Both the protagonists in Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close and Bone experience the loss of a loved one from their immediate family. Despite this similarity, they deal with it in extremely different ways, with Oscar trying to find the answer to a mysterious question, while Layla pondering on the past. After reading these two books, I came to the conclusion that there is a sense of wonder left when a loved one dies. Whether the wondering be with a sense of adventure like Oscar, or the sense of nostalgia like Layla, people feel like they need to complete this sense in order to be done grieving. Although there are many tragic events that cause the loss of innocence, the most common event that causes this is experiencing loss. Both of the books begin with the death of a loved one, and the protagonist is left to find a way to cope with the loss. Along with the sense of wonder, people are left with many questions. In both books, the death of the loved one is sudden and mysterious. They are left with no goodbye, especially in Bone when the daughter kills herself with no sign of depression or a sense of wanting to commit suicide beforehand. In conclusion, experiencing a traumatic event at a time when you are supposed to be growing into yourself truly affect you in the long run. There can be a major impact that you don't realize until adulthood.